Hi and welcome to Battle Systems. This is the tutorial video for the Battle Bunker set. Just to show you, that's these kind of pieces here that allow you to kind of create your various different bunker setups. And these fully integrate with the walls inside. So these are kind of you can put all the standard foundation set and room packs and everything else. This is fully compatible with that. So what you're going to need is you're going to need the printouts. I just grab those. We've got the actual printouts. Here's the door. We've got a corner unit there. This is an inverted corner and the standard straight wall. And then you've got all the carded up pieces here, which give the whole system its strength and durability. So there you go. I've already pre-printed and laid the labels down on here. So what I'll do now, Blue Peter style, is just cut out all the bits and we'll start one pot at a time. Okay, cool. Cut the base, and I've beveled the base as well. Internal supports, side supports, bolsters, and all the printed images as well. So first thing we're going to do, obviously you're going to need to have a look. This is already scored up as well. Have a look at the instruction sheets, make sure you've got the overscores and the underscores, especially around some of these tricky bits here. Yeah, cool. We're going to start basically with putting the base together. So I'm going to do that now. Okay. So first things first, I'm going to put on the two side supports. These are the ones with the little tabs in, the little holes, so that you can actually stick the little clip connectors in. Cool, so I'm going to stick those on the side of there. So in order to do this, we're going to edge glue. Just to put some pressure down here to make sure this is fully flat underneath. Okay, so there you go, that's the two side supports on. Still a little bit of that wet. Now I'm going to do the internal supports. This is actually marked up here and here, where the two lines here where to put these. So I'm going to stick those on now. One on there, one on there. And on the inside, when doing the internal supports, you really can just splodge a whole load of glue on here. I guess not too much, but it's not going to be seen, and you want these to be nice and strong. So. Okay, so there's the two internal supports in there as well. Oh, just moved that one by mistake. Okay, cool. So in addition to that, for a little bit of extra support, you've got one of these internal supports for the base. These are not marked on here. It doesn't really matter where, you know, roughly. Just pop it somewhere in the middle. You don't want it to be sort of off to one side, because you've got these little pieces here. You don't want it to get in the way of those. But basically just pop it, you know, by eye in the centre. That should be fine. We'll do that. Go, and again, you didn't need to edge glue that. In fact, there's a little word bevel there. You can just put it straight on the top of there, and that would be the centre. Okay, and lastly, you've got these two little base internal supports as well, and these are actually going to support the inside of this edge here to give it a little bit of strength. And a couple of these is fine, and we just put sort of, you know, spread evenly across the centre. One here and one here like that would be absolutely fine, roughly the sort of same distance. And again, no, you don't need to edge glue these. And that's it. That's all the base supported and ready to go. That was really pretty simple. Just pop that off to one side to dry now. Okay, so the next thing we want to do is basically get this pod ready. Now, I've already scored this, so I'm just going to fold out the pieces. Okay, when it comes to this bit here, you've got two little pieces here. We're going to leave them as they are for now. But you have got this little bit here, which we've kind of, we've overscored across some of this, so this can bend down, like so. But also you've got these little pieces here, which are kind of bent back in. So it's kind of tricky, but you just kind of want to fold it this way, but at the same time, put a little pressure on here, so that these pop backwards, like so. And then as you fold down, you get this kind of thing here happening. Okay, so just go ahead and do that. There you go, that's quite good. And I kind of scored these quite heavily, otherwise that could be quite tricky. And last but not least, you've got this little bit here. Let's pop those back. Okay. Now that's all ready, and you can see that's the kind of design across the top, and that will, at the very last moment, just fit quite comfortably over the top of here. Okay, so the next bit I want to do is actually to put these little bunker recesses. I want the little these little parts here to sit just in here. We won't be able to do that once we've glued it all onto the base. So we're going to do that first of all. I'm just going to take these little bolsters here. Just pick these up. Okay, and these little bolsters just need to be glued. Pick these up, fiddly bits, onto the backs of here, so that we've got a surface to glue on here. So I'm just going to sort of glue all these little bits on the back first. That's fine. I'll just do the other one. So that's the two bits done there. What we're going to do is going to need to stick these down onto each one of these now. So the way we want to do it, you've kind of got, you lay this down flat, you've got like a flat surface, and then you've got a surface which is kind of sloping away, so it kind of makes like a little hill, as it were. What you want the hill part, the kind of the slopey bits, to actually go down here onto the model. So you've actually got the completely flat edge here, which is going to line up with this. Okay, so all I'm going to do is I'm going to apply a little bit of glue around the edge of here, sort of very sparing, more over here because it'll squash across. Just across here like that, so that I can actually stick this first one down, and I'll do the same over here as well. And when you do this, you want to make sure that the bottom piece lines up here. Also make sure that it's pushed in at the top to line up here, because we want to get this close enough that we've got a little something for it to tack into place. Okay, so that's that, and that's pretty neat and tidy in there. What I want to do now is just tack these pieces down, and what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to apply glue very carefully, just almost edge gluing on here, just a tiny amount of glue, more so on the card really. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop this down, and I'm probably just going to use my scalpel or my finger just to squash the glue to touch this, the back of this flap here, and that will basically just tack and hold that in place. So I'm going to do that now. So I'll pop some glue on here, far too much probably than this image will touch. So I'm just going to pop this down here, and you'll notice it springs straight back up because it's not touching any of the glue. What I'm going to do is, you can use your finger, or if I grab a piece of photo card, is just bring the glue across to the image. So it touches the image, or albeit the back of the image. And that will secure that in there very nicely indeed. Now I'm going to do the same on this side here, let that dry a little bit. Okay, so once that's down and in place, all I need to do is I'm just going to add a little bit of extra glue to the back, a bead of glue actually over the card and the image. And you can be, my nozzle's not dispensing at the moment, I'm just getting bubbles, bear with me. There we go. And then that will, and you can just leave that to dry, that will really seal that in then. So there's no chance of you accidentally putting a finger on there and popping one of those little sort of recesses in, because obviously that would be quite difficult to fix that once the whole thing's put together. Okay, and leave those blobs of glue there to dry, and that will work really quite nicely. Cool. So the only other thing that we need to do inside here, and actually this is an option, is to put these little bits in here. I'll bring these on. And what you can do is you can pop these little bits under here, so that when you're looking here, you've got a little bit of image. Okay, so it's a complete bit like the inside of here, they're not just holes. However, I find that they're almost unnoticeable, and you'll see that, for example, on this pod, I've actually got nothing and I've left it completely blank. It really sort of doesn't matter, and it doesn't notice, and that's what it's like on the pods on the website as well. So you might find that actually you won't want to do this, but if you do want to do it, all you're going to do is very carefully tack and edge glue one of these with the image facing inwards. You'll tack, for example, one in here. Okay, and you want to kind of move this to the correct shape as well, and kind of tack it in. So I'm going to just put them on this one as an example, so that you can see it, but whether or not you want to add that little bit of fiddliness in there, I'll leave that up to you. Okay, so that's the inside done. The last thing really to do on this pod is just to pop it all together, and then after we've done that, we will add in a couple of detail parts. So all we've got to do, and I'd normally let this dry a little bit more, but I'm just going to go straight ahead as usual and pop the whole thing together. Is we just need to pop this over the top and glue everything in place. So before we do actually any of that, we always want to make sure that the fit is good, to see if there's any adjustments we need to make. So very carefully, just going to pop this over the top here. What I'm going to do is we're going to edge glue this round here, so a bit like a basic pod. We're going to edge glue on the inside here. I'm going to edge glue on the inside here and across the top and down the front and across the base, across here. So this is all edge gluing. The other glue that I'm going to pop inside on these bits here, you can just splodge the glue straight on, all around these internal supports and across there. It's not going to be seen and it'll just give it that extra bit of strength. So what I'll do first of all is I'm going to edge glue just one side. I'm going to start with the internal wall and I'm going to put this piece on first. I'll do it up to and including, up to but not including the top. I will not edge glue this top bit here. I want a bit of flexibility to be able to do that last thing. Okay, so let's do that now. Okay, so that's that. I'm going to pop this side on. Being careful, but you want to make sure, let's give that a little squeeze, I tend to move in when they're drying, that we get this lined up all the way across here, and that will pretty much square the whole pod up. Okay, so now that's done, this is the time to check the leveling. Lastly then, very simply, I just need to apply the glue to the top. A little bit of edging, well, all the internal bits and pieces I'm going to do, splodge the glue on there and then edge glue round here and stick that last piece down. So do that now. When you pull this back, you might find it'll come away very slightly here. That's fine. This glue, although it dries pretty quickly, kind of stays tacky for a bit of time, so I wouldn't worry about that. That's it, shell and all. Okay, so lastly, I don't know how clear it is on here, but there's some detailing that we need to pop on. This bottom bit here, which is already detailed, needs to just pop on there. And across the top, we've got a detail across the top. And I've done these as separate parts rather than just rendering it. It just really does make a difference, I think, to the finish. I don't know how clear it is on the video, but having this like raised detailing just adds a little something to this bunker that makes it kind of look a little bit more sturdy. A little bit of 3D detailing on there never goes amiss. So yeah, we're just going to very carefully pop those on, and it really is as simple as adding glue very sparingly to this surface here and to this surface here, and just popping it in place. So yeah, I'm going to very quickly do that. And there you have it. There's your pod, which you can then link onto your next pod, and so on and so forth. So yeah, there you go. That's how you do the basic bunker pod. Brilliant. There you go. Pod number 1 done. 3 more to go. On to the next tutorial video. Thanks very much for watching, and happy gaming.